Good Mexit Planners, thank you guys for joining me for another episode of MexitPlans. All right, today we have a special guest, my beautiful wife Tanita of 27 years. She has a YouTube channel, is the MexitPlans Experience. Go check it out if you want raw footage of what this journey has been like for the last 2 years, our bilingual baby and all of those things. Check out the MexitPlans Experience on YouTube. It's her channel. This being the eve of our 2-year anniversary, we thought we would do something different and go downtown to Parque San Lucia, where there's a ton of noise being made in the background. So we thought we'd check it out. They're stacking fences just to the left of us. But we thought we would come downtown and just do something a little different, show you a different part of Merida. This park has been shot a bunch of times by other expats, and so we thought we would do our video from here, which might not be such a great idea. But today we're just gonna kind of catch you up on what this experience has been like over the last 2 years. Thank you guys for watching. Know that this is the place to get all of your expat questions answered about moving to Mexico. So if you're new to the channel, subscribe. And really, we're just gonna do this kind of interview style. So I'm gonna start with Tanita and just say, what are the 3 things that has changed in the last year since we did our 1-year anniversary video?
What I was gonna say was we have moved once again to a new house.
Yes, the new house is, it was all predicated based on the fact that we moved all of our comfort items here from Georgia. So now we are totally free from anything but family in Georgia. So we still have our older kids. And for those that don't know, people see Tanita and I around in the streets with our 5-year-old, but we actually have 3 adult kids, almost all in their 20s. So we have a soon to be 24, 22, and a soon to be 20-year-old. Our older kids are back in the States, while our younger daughter is here with us, living this journey with us here in Merida.
So she's in school. One of the other changes, you said what are 3 things? One of the other things that has changed is, it changed for a lot of people obviously, is she's in school in person now. Yes. Yes. She goes to it is a bilingual school, sort of. It's primarily in Spanish, but they do have like 2 hours of English instruction. So she is learning or has learned Spanish and still continuing to learn in English as well. And we're just happy she has somewhere to go during the day other than up under us.
That's one of the things that's been really great for us, is having, on our school in person again. And I've talked about this in other videos, the Yucatan News Weekly Update, but so far so good. Everything is going really well, and it gives us an opportunity to have, a couple hours from in the morning to do the things that we need to do, such as shoot these videos. So that is definitely. In 2020, there were no schools, and so my wife had to get creative, which she created something in that spirit. She created Club WonderGarten. So for those that are coming to Merida, if you have young kids, check out the Facebook page Club WonderGarten, because she does events and crafts. They just did a bat making event a few weeks or last week.
We went to hanging bats, the story time, and then we painted pumpkins the week before, which was really fun.
Yeah, so Club WonderGarten is pretty cool. I would say the other thing that for us that's changed in the last year is we've had a nanny for almost a full year. So our nanny next week will be her 1-year anniversary live-in nanny. And we absolutely love our nanny, Shirley. She is a part of the family, and she's been with us for a year. She's also a student, so it's pretty cool that she gets to go to school in the morning. And Ashlyn, they're both in school, and then when they get out, the nanny...
their schedules are the same.
Yeah, their schedules are the same, so that's actually pretty cool. The thing that's changed for me over the last year, I think last year I told you about my health journey, and moving to Merida with all of this sunshine and beautiful weather, it's allowed me to walk and to just get more healthier. So I've lost like 6 pounds just from this same time last year. So I'm down below 170, which is amazing. I don't think I've been this small since right after high school. Yes, since I was really small. So, since my wife was feeding me McDonald's in her 20s. So yeah, so this is, that's important for me. And I know that you're doing something as far as this is not even a health journey, it's just a beast journey. You want to talk about that?
I am training for a triathlon, not just any triathlon. I'm training for the IronMan 70.3 next year, this time next year. But in the meantime, I have baby steps to get there. So my first mini triathlon will be next month. No, wait, December.
December, yes.
I got a little under 2 months to go.
One of the cool things about living here in Merida is the fact that you can get to the Caribbean in like 3 hours and 15 minutes. So we went to Cozumel, actually witnessed the Ironman for the first time, so she can see exactly what she's gotten herself into. But it was inspiring, man, to see those folks run up and down and swim and ride their bikes and all those things.
They swam 1.2 miles, then jumped out of the ocean, hopped onto a bike and pedaled 56 miles, jumped off of the bike and continued to run an additional 13.1 miles to the finish line.
And we cheered, we sat on the street, we drank, it was awesome. So that's what I'll be doing. I got it figured out what I'll be doing next year and exactly where I'll be. And the Airbnb that we stayed in was phenomenal in Cozumel, so I highly recommend it. It's actually owned by a family here in Merida, and it was one of the best Airbnbs I think we've stayed in terms of comfort and having everything that we needed. So yeah, the location was clutch. We had a lot of noise down at the last spot, so we decided to shoot another segment in a different park. This is the park of our old neighborhood, Villas La Hacienda. We absolutely love this neighborhood and this park, and so we just came back over to shoot at the friendship chairs. These chairs are very famous in Merida. So continuing the discussion, Tanita, what would be a word that you would use to describe this last year?
I would say stability. We finally reached a point where we can say that we're stable here and no longer traveling back and forth to the States for the summers now.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we have all of our comfort items here, but all of our items that we, make it feel like home, they're all here. And so that's a good thing, to be, stable and to have everything that you would want to make it feel like, you're in your home place. I can tell you that when we went back to Georgia a few weeks ago, it didn't feel like home anymore. And I'm Atlanta through and through. My wife was born in Atlanta, so she's a Georgia peach, but I did not feel like we were at home. Even though the house was there, it was under contract, but it was not, it was empty, right? And it was just a shell. So home is definitely where the heart is. And right now, Merida has my heart. And I think we'll be here for a good amount of time. Yeah. The word that I would use for, this last year has been growth. I've seen a tremendous amount of growth in my Spanish language ability. From when I got here, I thought I spoke Spanish, to now I actually do speak Spanish, and I can have a conversation. I get around every day. In the last couple of days, actually, people have stopped me on the street to ask me for directions. Or, what is something that you would say that you would expect to see in this next year coming up?
Well, we know Merida's going through a lot of changes now with the new stadium and the airport.
Yeah.
Stadium and the airport.
Stadium, airport, train, all kind of stuff.
Just right close to where we are. So I think the city itself is going to continue to grow. We pray that it doesn't grow too big, too fast, too soon.
Yeah, for sure.
But things are, on another note, opening back up since the pandemic. And we're able to get back to the old Merida that we used to know, with all the activities and concerts and free events for families, adults. And we also talked about we'll be able to do more traveling within the country, within Mexico, because there are a bunch of other places we want to go see, like Veracruz, Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah, I think, Veracruz, Puerto Vallarta, the one with the coffee, Chiapas, all of those places are definitely on the radar.
Yeah, and so traveling within the country is relatively inexpensive, so we can hop on some flights and be places. Oh, sorry, there was an ant. Typical of our area, but it's okay.
Yeah, so I think that we're gonna have many more visitors now that we have a much larger space. We have 2 guest rooms, one outside of the house and one inside of the house. We had 10 visitors, believe it or not, during the pandemic. So I think we're gonna continue to have more people come down and experience what it's like to be here in Merida. Being 25 minutes from the beach, I think we'll probably go to the beach a little bit more, hopefully. And that's one of the things that surprised me, is that it's nice to be so close to the water, but and I like the water, or I like the beach. I like being at the beach. I don't necessarily.
I don't think
I've been in the water yet.
But in the water.
I like being close to the water. I don't think that, you know, I think I'm surprised that we haven't actually gone to the beach every weekend or every other weekend like you anticipate.
We're doing so many other things.
Yeah, we do stay busy. So, and I think, you know, one of the things that Tanita said surprised hers is, you know, how fast time flies here. That's been a huge surprise, just living here, in that, you know, next thing you know, it's Monday, then it's Friday, then it's Monday again. So every day is
like October. It seems like Halloween is tomorrow, and October just came in.
Yeah, it was just September a few weeks ago. Now it's mid-October. You know, yesterday was the anniversary. We started shooting this the day before, so it is, time flies when you're having fun. And on that note, you know, we thank you guys for watching. We hope, if you have any questions for us, do me a favor and leave those questions in the comments below. I'm gonna link to some of our other videos that I think would be worth watching for our journey. But until next time, this is Monty and Tanita, MexitPlans Monty. I'm out.